What's up, YouTube? Keeping it a Benji, and I'm getting back with y'all. Now we got another video we finna do. We got Ladies Night. If y'all ain't familiar with Ladies Night, that's a part of the whole community branch. You know, they be on Ace Boy Pun channel. You know, I mean, I'm sure y'all familiar with Ladies Night. If y'all familiar with, you know, Back on Fig, Community, Ace Boys, Fig Community World, Apollo, you know, however, you know, they all rock together. So, pretty much, you got Auntie, Barbie, and Illa. You also got Duno in here, too. And they got a lady in there that's a guest, you know? And they get to talking about the Desto Dubb situation. And the lady get to defending Desto Dubb. And that's where I left off. So I'm gonna run it back so I can do my reaction with the Dice Crew. And y'all gonna let me know how y'all feel about it in the comments. Keep it a Benji for me. If not, don't jump in. Let's rock.
The next time she saw him, he should have been doing a whole lot of backpedaling.
Not backpedaling.
Auntie.
You ready?
Yeah.
So that's where you're going? Backpedaling on these. Well, that's where
I'm just saying.
Barbie done drove the boat, and she done got us here. This is where you want to go with it? Where we at with it?
Here we go.
Because I heard our homies was outside. They was outside.
Ski.
We was outside.
He was looking good too, though.
Thank you.
He was looking good. I was like, oh.
I had my little. I was like, oh, shorty with the swoop.
Oh, so you guys weren't there? I thought you guys were there.
With the swoop.
So you guys weren't there?
I was not.
No, we weren't there.
I was not.
Damn, we got not invited.
Who was not?
Why are you trying to start a pot?
I'm asking. I was invited. I don't really want to.
Why you didn't give me your ticket?
Why you didn't go?
Asking. I was invited. I don't really want to.
Why you didn't give me your ticket?
Why you didn't go?
Cause I don't really.
You don't fuck with Sexy Red?
I mean, I don't want. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You don't know. You don't know what? I don't know what you're saying.
I'm not trying to listen to Sexy Red.
So you trying to tell me you don't be in your car? That shit come on. You don't like silence.
No, well, I mean, I have my own play. I choose my own music.
Hands on your knees.
That's crazy. It's a great song, by the way. She's killing it.
I'm throwing ass to Sexy Red. Like,
sure.
That shit going nuts.
For sure.
It's going nuts, regardless.
For sure.
Yeah.
So, go ahead, get to it.
You know, it was
Go ahead, get to it.
Oh,
it was a normal night. You know, it was just, you know, it was great. It was all getting ready to be over with. It was getting ready to be done. So, and you know, we was on our way to where we was going, and you know, a conversation happened. A conversation happened, and that's the real honest assessment of the situation. There was a conversation that happened, and you can't really ever gauge how the other person is gonna receive your words.
right.
Even if you're approaching to just chop it up. And you know, I think everybody's seen the video.
I woke up and seen it.
I think everybody's seen
Said,
the video.
wow, this is what we're doing.
You know, it's just
Give me some hot
And I
Cheetos.
think
awful
because
shame.
of this, a couple shows. Didn't a show get canceled today?
oh.
That's nuts.
Oh.
Like, I guess this is the only side that's standing on any type of business. Because if that would have been the other way around,
Yeah.
the news wouldn't have got canceled today.
It did not get canceled today. No shows have gotten
No
canceled
shows have
today.
gotten canceled today. My take, though.
what is the issue?
First of all, Pun look big as fuck.
You said what? You said
Like, he's so
What is
fucking
like
tall.
large.
What is the issue?
Like,
'Cause,
What? Okay, so when you say what is the issue, what do you mean? Like
honestly,
what is
out
the
the
issue?
gate?
I'm gonna tell you like this.
Oh.
It's just two different sides that
Yeah.
can't seem to see eye to eye. If they were to break down every single thing, we might be here for another 4 hours.
But see, like,
Well, no, there's a very short answer to it.
With this certain situation.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, Ella.
I mean, the answer is you have to be careful who you align yourself with, because sometimes people could talk you into a bunch of things that you aren't necessarily ready for, and you have no choice but to answer for that when you're asked a question. That's it. Like, that's it, and that's all. Like,
And that was well said by Illa, right? Because all I can do is agree. And I hope people that's listening and watching pick that up, store that in the pocket, and run with that.
There's not really much to say. Like,
Yeah, that was just, it was very interesting to watch. I will say that. The backpedaling as such. I think if he would have stood there, they probably could have actually had a decent conversation.
That's how many. How many of them was up? He was with Desto the homie. So like, listen,
Yeah. So
listen.
I
That's the
feel
homie. Like, I'm standing on that. Like, that's a.
I'm glad like she stood up and spoke, because I was wondering, you can see it in her face and her body behavior, like she was very uncomfortable with that situation, like you could just read it all over her. So I'm glad she spoke out, and let's see what happens.
Real nigga, I love him, his
I
family,
know,
his wife,
like,
they're my peoples. If
he didn't
anybody
back
come
up.
at me looking like that, it's a problem. Ain't no talking, it's a problem.
So do you think he was right by backpedaling and leaving?
Listen,
Or
listen.
do you think he should have fought?
Listen,
Like if that was you?
that's a grown-ass man with a well-established business. A well-established business. He got a wife and a kid to take care of.
See, you always know when you do something wrong or when somebody's done something wrong, because people get to trying to brag or try to bring up everything that don't have nothing to do with the situation, like in the smallest form, Now, yeah, a lot of that do take a place with the choices you're gonna make in life, but that's a little further down the road, because when situations is right here in front of you, you gotta come up with the best solution for those problems right there, And what the problems is right there is, Dubb be on podcast, Dubb be siding up, Dubb be getting manipulated to be in situations that don't really got nothing to do with him. Or maybe he felt like it was going to be an easy side up. Because, you got people like that too. Like, people will side against people or side with people because they think it's going to be easy. But she bringing up all this stuff, and that don't have nothing to do with it. And what took place yesterday ain't got to take away from it. Like, yeah, Dubb still got a family. Yeah, he's still a businessman. Yeah, he's still great at what he do. He's successful. Like, nobody's taking that away from him. And if you close to Dubb and he done some real stuff for you, and you view him as a real person, like she called him, then hey, that's your perspective. That's your relationship. None of that has to change. And if I don't understand why everybody's so upset or pressured up behind trying to like defend Dubb if he don't carry himself as a tough guy. If he's a normal guy or whatever the case may be, then you should be like, all right, he did what he supposed to do. Like people that be on some soft stuff, that's what soft people do. That's all I can say. He carried himself how he did. He got to read that. He got to carry that wherever he go. That's just life. But I don't think Dubb really care about it. I think other people probably more worried about it than him.
Anybody come at me, bitches, niggas, whatever, we can shoot. Like, there's no talking. Like,
So you think that's what he should have did in this situation?
listen, he should have did whatever he want. I let grown men do what they gonna do, but let me tell you,
I agree.
4 people come.
See, and it's crazy how she kind of going down the same path as Brick Baby. Like, they both saying Dubb did what he did for him, but then they inserting themselves in the position of Dubb, and they like, oh, I would have did this, I would have did this, almost like an invitation of like, I wish y'all would try that with me, And it's just like, you can't really defend it. It's really more of a topic to where it's like, hey, I got love for Dubb, I rock with Dubb, you could put a little defense on there, 60 seconds, wrap it up, next topic. But just to get to going off and to being all pressured up and getting worked up, it's really meaningless.
At me, it's no talking,
So-
it's no swinging, it's no nothing.
Let's
Pop,
get
Oh,
to
this for you. This is
And mind you, I don't know her, and I'm not trying to disrespect her, but she's also giving out terrible advice. because in that settings, it don't look like Dubb or anybody else could have possibly started just shooting at somebody. Now, granted, people do things and have shootings at all kind of places, so anything can happen anywhere. But when you giving out advice, you got to give out some advice speaking about the exact situation with the right settings. Like, what would you do in that settings, in that situation, if you didn't have a gun? I don't know if Dubb had a gun or he keep a gun, whatever. I don't know. You just got to speak for a situation to where, you know, the odds are against you, you outnumbered, and you gonna either fight or flight. That's what the conversation is, you know? And a lot of people flight and a lot of people fight. And I just feel like everybody gotta own up to whatever choice they choose to make. Because when a person choose to fight and end up kind of with a bad outcome, person end up in jail or in the ER or worse, then people gonna talk bad about that person, you know? But they gotta wear that hat. That's the choice they made. It is what it is. That's how they choose to live their life, and that's the way they could sleep at night the better way, however. Or that's the way they live and ending their life in that way, you know? And then if you want to be a person that's on the other end, then be a person that's gonna fight. And when you run away from stuff, you know, make sure you're willing to deal with all the jokes, all the whatever. Maybe it's bullying, maybe harassing, maybe it's 1,000 more problems that's gonna follow behind that because people think that you easy to get picked on. Like, yeah, you just gotta wear it. That's all I could say. That's where my problem come in at. Like, when people don't want to wear their hat. Like, when you sign up for the tough side, wear that shit to the fullest. Don't become no rat, no soft sucker, sell out, dishonor, betray anybody, leave somebody. Don't do all that, you know? And you want to sign up for the tough stuff. When you want to sign up for the soft stuff, then don't be crying and trying to report people videos and talking about please don't talk about me and please stop making them jokes. And man, take that for what it is. They making memes out of you, making the jokes with your brand, slogans, all that stuff. You gotta wear it. That's all I can say.
That's me.
Oh, okay.
Because it's like, if we, well,
Let's be 100% honest. Out the gate, it was not 4 people. It was not 4 people.
but how did they
It was.
walk up?
It was
did they
one. It was
did they
one.
walk
She
up,
was right
yoked
there.
up?
It
Like,
was
did they
one.
walk up, yoked up?
It
Like,
was no. It was one person walking up and saying, "What's up? Do you know who I am?"
But see, the problem is, like, when niggas be getting into it, like,
I feel like Desto Dubb should have just started taking this jury off. When they start approaching, he should have started taking this jury off and got prepared and put himself in the best position to defend himself or to go on the attack, whichever one he was going to choose. But he should have put himself in the best position, because I heard Whack 100 say that Desto was talking about he had his jury and all the extra accessories, whatever. I get that, but start putting that stuff up. I don't know how it go. Could have put that, passed that to somebody, put it in your pockets or something, whatever, tuck some. I don't know. Put yourself in a more of a, combat ready position. That was the best thing he could have did. And then, came out on top. And then even today, he will really be like, he really would be like the man right now. Even if he did lose. I mean, if he would have just fired on Pun, fired on Ace-Boy Trey, and then got rolled on, you know what I mean? They would have still loved him. That's just how it go. Because he would have stood for something. He would have been a man. And, people always love a stand-up guy that don't even be tough. So they would have been like, dang, he don't carry himself so tough, but he was a stand-up guy. And then you would also have a lot more people backing him up. You would have a lot more people willing to support. Right now, you got people feeling sympathy, but that sympathy only goes so far. You got to live with that and wear that forever, And even if it was an altercation that took place right there, how far you think that altercation could have went? Granted, it only take, 5 seconds, 10 seconds or whatever for life-changing situations to occur to the body. But y'all know, man.
if y'all don't want to be problematic from the gate, say, yo, don't come like, what's up? Like, because we from LA where what's up could mean a lot of things. So if you come acting like you want a problem, like,
So you think when they told him they didn't want a problem, like you just talking?
I
Eating
mean,
the list. I feel like I get 100% what you're saying, because more people come to me, it is what it is. Like, as long as I have my kid, if this is what we're going to have to do right now, that's what we're going to have to do right now. But I don't think they didn't walk up to him feeling like this is what we have to do right now. It was more like, nigga, let's have a conversation.
I'm gonna be real with you. Everybody realized what was happening at different moments. Pun walked up and said, "What's up? You know who I am," and he was like, "Yeah, I do. Like, I'm not on that." Pun was like, "We ain't even on you. I'm just telling you, like, let you know. Tell the white boy I said, keep my name out of his mouth."
Oh boy.
Yeah. So it's like, then when everybody, because you got to remember too, we're walking out of the club. Walking out the concert.
Everybody's leaving.
So it's like, as everybody was paying attention and realizing what was happening, then everybody was like, where's this one? Where's that one? Where's this one? Where's that one? And then it ended up being what it is now. But had there been a conversation, it would have been a whole different story. If you watch the video, it very clearly shows you what's going on.
Play the video. I want to see the video.
Yeah, but this video is different.
Seen the video. This is a reaction.
I'm like,
video.
I've seen
Bro,
the clip.
Academics has to be the
Yeah.
most funniest
Academics
motherfucker
had
ever.
the best one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
he went in.
Academics all the way around the world.
He went
yeah.
in.
Yeah.
He went in.
So that's what I'm saying. The answer is, if a nigga is telling you he want to holler at you about something, he want to holler at you about something. If you're doing all of the I don't want, then that's
And he's like, nigga, I'm just trying to talk to you. Like,
right. And he like, chill. I'm trying to speak to you. And then once it got to explain it, then the words escalated, and there's a whole video. There's no reason for me to sit here and explain it because everybody's seen the video. So it's like, that's where we at with it. So, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Listen.
I just can't wait to see where this goes. And that's where I'm going to leave it.
I feel like what's his name is not relevant without anybody.
what's his name?
What the
White boy.
the white boy? He not relevant without no. Like, he built his whole platform on whatever he was doing, but obviously like our skin. So like, you want to come stir up all this shit? Like, I'm not with that shit. Like,
And see, that's the part you probably don't know the full story on that. He put him in everything.
And see, it's like, even if she's saying some stuff that might be true, it's still taken away from the accountability that we have to let Dubb wear. Like, man, you know, you got to be mindful on what you do. Kind of like what Illa said earlier. Like, you got to be mindful on what you let a person get you in. You a great thinker. You a family man. You handle business. You should be intelligent. Everybody trying to make it seem like you so intelligent, but you slipped up, I guess, and you allowed yourself to get put in a trick bag. For some reason, I don't know. Like I said before in one of these other videos, you did a small explanation about how you got so much love and loyal for Adam 22 for helping you and bringing you along and, you know, helping you early on in your career. So maybe that's why you was able to just put yourself in a position at risk like that for anything that can occur. But, you know, we got to all start being more about self-accountability. You know, take self-accountability, then start moving on up to the next person who made a mistake as well, or who fault it is as well.
Inserted him in everything.
who, the white boy?
Yes.
Ooh.
He put Desto in all
And
the
that's
shit.
why I be saying, like, nigga,
He
Desto
put
was
him
a
in the
cool
shit.
motherfucker.
I mean, but there's also a moment where you can choose to either speak on something or you can choose to. So just like 2 seconds ago, you sitting right here listening to me tell this whole story, and you like, I ain't gonna hold you. That's my people.
That's my people.
That's
and
my
I'm standing
people,
on that.
and that's what
That's
I
my
stand on.
people.
So
Right.
that's where I'm at with it. If you never did that, and we was sitting here having this conversation, and Desto was to see this clip, and he'll be like, damn, that's my homegirl in there.
And
Why
she
she
ain't
didn't even
said
ride
that.
for me? Hold that microphone while you eat. If he was to watch that and see this and be like, hey, you really was sitting right up under there.
And I'm glad that Illa broke that down, because it's like ain't nothing better than a live physical example that just took place, you know, because that was perfect. That's true. She spoke up because she couldn't sit there and let them just, go on about what they was going on with pertaining to Desto Dubb, because that's her homie. And she exited herself out of being on the whole same side as whatever they theory and believes is. You feel me? And Desto, he didn't have the nerve to do that. AD is his homie, his friend, family, whatever, but he never had a stand up bone in his body to just exclude himself from them type of topics or situations, or to at least every time they go on a rant, be like, man, shout out to AD and them. Just be simple. So she had this girl right here. She more stand up than Desto Dubb is.
With everybody having this conversation about this shit, and you didn't never say, I'm not with whatever's finna happen, but da-da-da-da-da.
But see, at the same time too, so let me tell you something. Like, okay, Adam, didn't Dubb and old boys just have like a whole store? But the nigga never had, he was talking about, oh, I would have never had this if it wasn't for Desto and everything else. Like, Dubb handled business. Like,
all right, wait. When you say, hold on. When you say who you're talking about, who are you talking about? Who's the other person?
Okay, the white boy elephant in the room that we all talking about.
I just need to make sure, that's all. I've never heard none of that.
Oh yeah, I've seen it. He was like, oh, I wouldn't have this because of Desto and this, that, and the third. Like,
But then
how do you feel
when
about
this shit
him?
hit the fan, he threw Desto out the window.
How do you feel about him getting on camera after this happened and saying that this has nothing to do with him?
Who said that?
Adam. He said, I'm not going to speak on that because at this point I feel like it doesn't concern me and it has nothing to do with me.
He left him out to dry.
Is Adam like, oh, let me stir up all
but
this.
I'm telling,
stir the pot, and then back up, like, and be white, like. But that's what all white people do. So, that's.
But see, I don't like that, because why we gotta be so mad at the white person or the next person for being able to pull strings on us, when we should start taking self accountability on being allowing a person to do that to us. Like, the problem don't just start really with Adam. Adam ain't from right there. He ain't grew up with none of them. These is all people going against their own. That's where the problem lie in at, Like Pun said, let's just keep it crip. We ain't gotta all go against crip behind this. Some people couldn't put the crip first. They didn't care. Everybody woke up black, brown, whatever. People just couldn't see that, So when you don't care and you willing to just side up or be used as a prop against your people, then that's where you got to take accountability at, Yeah, he might have pulled strings, but this ain't a situation to where this ain't like a father doing that with siblings. This ain't a grandparent doing this with the grandkids or whatever, That's not that type of program. None of y'all had to have so much love and loyalty and so much sympathy for Adam 22 over the next person. But if y'all do, then that's fine. Ain't nothing wrong with it. But if a person riding with Adam or not, we got to stop making it seem like he just being white devil and being manipulative. And it's like, nah, man, he putting out there what he putting out there. You can either raise your hand and speak against that, or you could speak up and say you don't co-sign that, or you could speak out and you could clear your name and yourself and your beliefs. You can do that. If you don't want to do that, then hey, you got to take accountability for not even being a stand-up person. But all that acting like he putting guns to people's heads, not giving people options. Nah, people do what they want to do. That's just like AD left up there, and a lot of people chose to stick around, and they caught a bad problem later. That's what's gonna keep happening. You know what I mean? Because Adam done already showed how he carry himself and what's worth the most to him. Even like with AD and all them, like it was hard to even have sympathy for how he felt for AD and them, because he felt bad for look at House Phone. When he did that to House Phone, everybody should have knew that it's pretty off limits to anybody, I'm just being honest. Cause house phone come before everybody. They really are friends. Adam even just stated that the other day on one of them podcasts. And that's just the realest stuff, you know what I mean? So let's go.
So I'm saying that's your homie. So I'm not, and this is not me like getting at you or nothing like that. I'm saying in real life, that's your homie.
Yes.
Your homie got like
Better shit to do.
But he
Real
also
shit to do.
is, but
Grown
he's
man
but,
shit to do.
But he's
also
sitting up there under another grown man,
Kikiing about some shit that he's not
letting another grown man say, "I got this one with me. I got this one with me. I'ma have the Billy Western, and I'ma and." Why would he let that man sit there and say that about
basically
him?
portraying like he's on the same type of time.
Why would he let that man sit there and say that about him? All for
Oh, so that's why
when
they
this
walk
shit
into him and
hits
talk to him and all
hits
that?
the fan right now, for him to say, "I'm not gonna. This has nothing to do with me. This has nothing to do with me. So I'm just gonna address the woman. I'm gonna address Heather. I'm not gonna address what happened to the people that are affiliated with me because of my shit that I've been talking. Like, let's really get to that. What are
I
you?
didn't see Dubb talking shit.
So that's why I'm saying.
I mean, I don't really be tuned into like everything. Like I see clips and shit
Right.
like that.
So that's
but,
why
like,
this doesn't make as much sense to y'all, to you, as it does to us.
Never.
Because you see it as like, I see how you're.
And see, that's important too. Like, if you don't keep up with all the facts and everything, you ain't up to date with the current everything, it's hard to even run a good defense.
looking at it.
Yeah, that's your people, and you're supposed to look at it like that.
Overall,
Because
like,
if
both
I
sides
didn't
is
know,
my
if
people.
I didn't know everything that was going on, the bits in this, I would look at it too, like, no, that's my homie. He got this. But knowing everything that's going on, you see it in a different perspective. You see it in a
Right.
different light.
Yeah, and that's why I'm like.
And that's why they say, when in doubt, stop and shout. You know, it don't hurt to be asking, like, man, like, what all that Desto did? What did he do? Like, you know, just ask, and then somebody might explain it to you. Even if it's your friend, family, whoever. Sometimes it don't hurt to just ask. You might still want to ride with them right or wrong, but you can still ask. Especially when it's a verbal matter. It's all about words anyway. So I'm not saying if it's physical and you trying to get to a verbal and you acting verbal and everybody physical. I'm just saying, like, if it's a conversation on the table, everybody, you know, communicating, then keep the conversation going the right way. Be like, so what all did Desto did, if he did anything at all? And then they could have just, you know, enlightened you off the get-go.
That's your people. So you standing
But
on
you're supposed
business
to do
as
that.
you should,
Right.
and I'm not mad at that. But you also need to know, if that's your friend, these are the conversations that y'all need to be having with your friend, and letting him know you're aligning yourself with somebody that's putting you in the jam. And then he's throwing rocks and hiding his hands. So you got to deal with the consequences of whatever is going to happen when y'all be outside.
And I don't want to cut ill off. I'm going to press play real fast. But I just got to give her credit for standing up and, you know, really telling her some real stuff.
And these people come to ask you, to tell you to atone for your sins. You was sitting up here next to that man,
Not
letting
atone for
him
your
say,
sins.
"On God, bro." You was sitting here letting that man say whatever he was going to say about you while you was with there,
Where was he
telling
saying?
motherfuckers that y'all had security guards and to come to Melrose and do this and do
You got
that.
to Smith and
Man,
Wesson
listen.
and pew, pew,
Man,
pew.
listen.
Well, listen. If
Nobody
you do
was
go
ready
to
to-
Melrose. It's gonna be a Smith and Wesson.
And
there,
I
like,
believe
for
that, but
sure.
it wasn't one at the Sexy Red concert.
It wasn't the
It
security.
wasn't nobody
he said,
at the
'cause then they
Sexy
said
Red
they have 2 security guards each or some shit like that. Like that. That's what big, you know, white boys saying, oh, he got security, I got security, and all
But
this
see,
shit.
Like,
and
like
then,
I said, I feel like a lot of white people in this space, like, they just cat, like, whatever.
I
like-
agree. I 100% agree. And that's why I'm really telling you, like, I'm honestly saying, fuck this video.
Yeah.
If that's your homie, you supposed to, like, y'all are the people that are supposed to have these conversations with your people. Just like when we all talk to each other. I'm talking to Pun, I'm talking to AD, I'm talking to
Yeah.
Trey. I'm telling these niggas the shit that I'm seeing going on around them, because, you know, us as women too, we
Right.
have a whole different level of discernment
Right.
than these
Right.
niggas do
Different.
sometimes.
Talk about it.
We see a lot of things differently than they do. So again, like I'm saying, fuck that video for right now, because we already seen what we seen. We know what type of time everybody was on in that video. We don't even have to speak
Listen,
on it.
if
but
Pun
that's
and
your
Fred walk up
homie.
to me, I'm backing up. 'Cause it's
That's
like-
your homie. You feel what I'm saying?
what
Like,
he should have did is what you're doing right now.
yeah.
And that's Illa's point to that.
Oh, I feel that.
What you're doing
Yeah,
right now,
I feel that.
you standing up for your
Yeah.
homie, and that's nothing but love and respect.
Yeah.
He could have did the same thing in a sense, like, yeah, you know, I work with him. He give me these checks, but I understand what you're saying. I'm not on that type of time that he's on when it come to y'all.
And he did.
And then
at this
talk
moment,
about it.
At this moment.
Shout out to Barbie, because she keeping it a Benji as well, you know? I don't know why it seemed like it's kind of hard for her to understand that, but she just can't say, yeah, Desto was wrong about that for nothing. Like, just say, Desto good, he a cool guy, yeah, he was wrong for that. And that was it, man. Everybody might, like, sometime in a situation, it's not always like a one wrong and a one right, or, you know, sometimes it might be two rights in a situation or two wrongs. You never know.
At this moment on this video that all of you guys got to see, you see him saying straight up, I'm not with that. I'm my own man. It was no reason why you couldn't have said that 2 months ago, 3 months ago, 4 months ago, when that man was sitting at that table
And he
and
was
y'all
happy.
was all around kikiing
He was
and doing all of that, bro.
He was
going on for
key.
that.
You are, and you and him specifically.
It's gonna be running about for about 12 months.
Him, but him specifically, like, you got partners that have been done wrong by that man, and you sat yourself right back in that building and aligned with him after you just had an issue with. You got people that just had issues with him. Fast forward, you sitting at the same time as him as you doing a collab drop with a nigga that got put out the building because of some shit that he did.
You talk about like on a podcast space.
No, I'm talking about on a business space.
Right.
You doing business. You're doing a podcast with somebody that did something wrong to somebody else that you doing business with.
Okay, so I get what
You feel what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, I get what you're saying.
so it's like, you know, it's up in the air. Like, I can't even say it's up in the air. It's real. It's just, you know, you get certain things happen, and it's crazy. And honestly, this was never supposed to come out.
What was academics saying?
Academics is going crazy.
Like
I
a lot
would.
of arm movement. Like,
Yeah, he went in. You gotta watch it.
He said, I'm my own. Right. Oh, this pun right here. Like he
But
top
that makes
gangster.
it fun.
Tell
like-
him right there though.
He like that. Yo, I love gangsters. You know I love gangsters? My boy Pun, first thing he said, yo, get the cameras going. Oh, it's about to be lit. It's squabble time. Let's go.
No
He said, yo,
Academics is an idiot, but that's funny. Squabble time.
who was academics?
lights, camera, action. Start recording.
Who is he
He
squabbling
pointed
with?
to a girl. She about to start recording. Guess what happened? They caught a no jumper lacking. Now, here's the thing. No jumper been covering the 60-30ins versus the old block-ins. Fuck that beef. That beef old. That beef is in federal court. The new beef is no jumper versus, what should I call it? The figmunitors. Fuck that up. But whatever. Right? Oh, this is good. Adam at home like, yo. Adam at home with his beautiful daughter like, wee.
Exactly.
Airplane. Here's your chocolate milk.
Oh wow.
Wee. Wee. Movie night. Right? No, bless their family. The rest of these niggas, listen, Adam is good. Adam at home like, yo. And he's Desto Dubb. Remember Adam say he would Desto and the other dude. They all like circling him. Now, he backpedaling. You know you throw the car back in reverse, like, you know, reverse don't go as fast as when you put it in drive. So, like, he backpedaling, but he not running, but, you know what I mean? It's more like a moonwalk. It's like a little moonwalk. Ain't nothing wrong with a moonwalk. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I'm done with academics, bro.
That shit crazy. That shit crazy.
Listen.
Wow.
That's what y'all
It
get.
would be really great if niggas could all get along and like
Yeah.
really get some money together, cause like
Yeah,
it could
well,
be
they
some
can.
real
It would
motherfucking
be
money
fucking
between all these
amazing.
three fucking platforms.
It would be
Like,
fucking amazing.
But you know who
speaking of-
is at the bottom of niggas not getting money together right now,
Who?
and it's that motherfucker over there, bro. The niggas all was cool with each other.
and that's why I'm saying like I have a problem with that because it's like niggas have known each other for a very, very long time. Like it took time to build this shit right here. So it's like what it took to build this shit right here. You not finna come in between this.
He's
Like,
never gonna come in between this. This shit been right here. It's gonna be right here. It ain't going no fucking where. And he need to know that.
Yeah, man, you know, we're gonna see what happens, man. Hold the future down. We're gonna see what's up. But thank y'all for tuning in. Shout out to the Dice crew. And I'm out.